Hello everyone, this is Dr. Amir Abbas and today I'm here in front of you to discuss another important topic in terms of importing data from Excel to R. And in this session, I'm going to talk to you about an interesting option in RStudio with the help of which you can generate use RStudio to generate code for you. So without further delay, I'm going to share my screen and remove myself out of the way. And you can see an Excel sheet, and I have created this data set. And let me increase the size of it so that you can see it better. And you can see that I've created this data set, say a dummy data set created for the purpose of this demonstration. And it has four columns depicting the different types of variable which we have. For example, the first is the character column, second is the numeric column, third is the factor column, and fourth is the date column. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this data set and I'm going to start sharing the R Studio. This is the code which I'm going to delete because we are going to generate this code with the help of R Studio. And how we're going to generate this code is if you go to the right side, and in here there is an option on our studio which is known as import dataset, and there is a drop down menu in here. And if I click on this drop down menu, a number of options are going to open, and I'm going to click from Excel option. I can also use the other options, but currently since I'm talking about Excel, I'm going to click on from Excel option. Another window is going to pop up. I'm going to click on browse, and I'm going to go to the pathway where I have my dummy data set which I just showed you is saved. So this is the dummy underscore data set which I'm using for the purpose of this demonstration. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to double click on it, and if you can see that this window gets the data from that dummy data set populated, and at the same time under the code preview you can say that some code is automatically getting generated. uh, so as you, there are other options in this video with the help of which you can modify the way this data is getting imported. So that has to do with the adjusting the types of the variables which you want it. It helps you to adjust the types of the variables uh, by which you want R to read it. For example, here, if you click on this drop-down menu, you have the character, numeric, and date options in here. You can also uh, uh, decide to include or skip this column. So we are gonna decide to include all the columns in here. So currently the first column is the character column, so I'm gonna leave it as such. The second column is the numeric column, so I'm gonna select the numeric option in here. And if you can see that the code also gets updated in here. The third column is though it's a factor column, but I do not have an option of factor in this drop down menu. What you can do is that import it as character, and then later on in your code you can change this variable to factor if needed. The fourth column is the date column, and if from the drop down menu I'm going to select the date, and if you can see that the format automatically gets changed, and you get the code populated in here. So what I'm going to do is that after doing all these adjustments, I'm going to copy this code, select this code, press Ctrl C, close this window, and come to my R Markdown, paste this code in here, and then run this piece of code. And if you can see that the same data set which was there in the Excel sheet has automatically been imported. So this is one simple way with the help of which you can use Excel, use RStudio to import data. And during the process of importing data from Excel to R, you can use RStudio to automatically generate code for you. Thanks a lot for taking out time to watch this video. See you in the next video.